Let's take you to KwaZulu-Natal. It's been hit by heavy rains. That province infrastructure is still taking strain following last year's floods. The newly appointed Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs MEC for KwaZulu-Natal, Bongi Sithole-Moloi, is in Newcastle to lead mop-up operations, and she joins us now for a debrief of sorts. Thank you very much, ma'am, for your time. What did you see in terms of the level of devastation?
Thank you, President. What I have seen here, we got a briefing on the processes and what has taken place and areas that have been affected and how far we started the mopping up. We would like to indicate that in this district, which is Amajuba, there are 3 municipalities, but the most affected municipalities is Newcastle and also Danhauser. Newcastle, we have water that was flooding in the town, and now we have started the mopping up, and all the water now has cleared, and we're hoping that all the shops will be open. But we must indicate that also the taxi rank was affected, but now they are operating. We are monitoring that and clearing all the other areas. There were areas that had bridges that were low bridges that water go over those bridges, and roads were closed, and we have all those roads now are open, and they can be people can access other areas, except where one area in Madlangeni where there is a school on the opposite side, and that area we are still monitoring the water coming down, so that if people want to cross, they are able to cross safely to the other side of the road. The ones that were affected in Madlangeni is 1 and 4, 5 and 6. Those were the ones that were affected in Madlangeni. But in Newcastle, we have ones that were affected, which is 6, 7, 9, 11, 16, 17, 21, 25. In 21, people were affected, 61 people were affected, and also 15 households were affected. And the structures, 12 structures that were destroyed by the rain, and some, about 9 to 10, were partially destroyed. We have assisted with putting those people in the shelters, and also assisting them with the blanket and the food that they can eat for the weekend. And some of them have gone back to their respective houses. Mm-hmm. And also in what 25, about 30 households that were affected. When the rain was still up and was heavy during the weekend, we took them to one of the halls, which is a Fellain Hall in Newcastle, and those people were evacuated, about 42 people that were evacuated to that hall, and all the necessary assistance were given to them until the water goes down, and all the houses were cleared, and some of them have gone back to their houses. We are going around the town to check even other areas where they still have shops that are having water that has not been taken out, and our team has been assisting in ensuring that all those areas are cleared, and we are able to take them back on business. That's why we are here, also to assess and see exactly the challenge that we have of infrastructure that is aging, and also to say how can we best, working with the municipality, the district and the local municipality, to assist our people so that they don't get flooded when the rains come.
Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs MEC for KwaZulu-Natal, Bongi Sithole-Moloi. Thank you, ma'am.